If you could think of an extraordinary, beautiful, and inspirational woman, who would come to mind? Marilyn Monroe. There are a lot of girls in this class, and most of Marilyn's quotes inspire girls around the world just like us that we are beautiful and that we can accomplish anything. When I was in high school, right before I turned 16, I was really insecure about my body and just everything. I read online some of Marilyn's quotes and fell in love with how inspirational she was. From then on, she was my idol. For my Sweet 16, the theme was black and white Marilyn. Everything was black and white. All the guests wore black, my court wore white, and I wore red. She made me feel like I could conquer the world with a snap of the finger. People should love Marilyn Monroe and look up to her for all of her great accomplishments. Marilyn Monroe is an amazing person for an endless amount of reasons. First, she believed in self-worth. Second, she tried to show people that mistakes happen and it's okay. Finally, she inspired girls of all ages to be who they are and to not let anyone put them down. Marilyn Monroe changed many people's lives and inspired many people. She should be looked at as an icon and an amazing role model. There will never be a time when the world isn't fascinated by Marilyn Monroe. Her seductive beauty continues to transfix, her abbreviated but iconic movie career to delight, her fabled love life to bewitch. Written by Haggis. Marilyn Monroe made female sexuality something that could be talked about and to be proud of. She didn't care how people looked at her. She flaunted her body and showed everyone that she was proud of who she was and what she looked like, even though sometimes she didn't feel that way. She once said, "I think that sexuality is only attractive when it's natural and spontaneous." Another famous quote of hers about sexuality is, "I've never fooled anybody. I've let people fool themselves. They didn't bother to find out who and what I was. Instead, they would invent a character for me. I wouldn't argue with them. They were obviously loving somebody I wasn't," stated by Marilyn Monroe on the 400 Quotes website. She didn't care to dress scandalous and to show off her body to the world. She wanted to make it clear that she loved who she was as a female and that all girls should be proud of themselves. In a New York Times newspaper, they wrote an article about Macy's for an advertising campaign that aims to appeal to women from 18 to 25. Sexy Hair, the hair care brand. They did not hire a celebrity spokeswoman within that age bracket like Selena Gomez or Emma Watson. Rather, the brand is featuring an actress who, had she not died in 1962, would have been 87 today, Marilyn Monroe. Ruth Bernstein, Chief Strategy Officer at Yard, said that it was integral to the campaign for sexy hair to include Monroe's quotations, which are from published interviews, which wanted to bring out not only Marilyn's timeless glamour, but also her smarts and wit. Miss Bernstein said, "We are understanding her more and more as a trailblazer. Monroe inspired many, that even after she passed, she still made an impact on female sexuality and still had her face posted everywhere." In an interview I conducted with Margaret Johannes, she stated, "Marilyn Monroe had always inspired me to feel good about myself and made me want to show off and feel good about my body. I have always been very open about my female sexuality because of her." Marilyn always wanted to let others know that mistakes happen and you're only human. She knew that women were judged a lot for their actions and wanted them to know that they shouldn't be scared to be themselves and mess up every once in a while. Monroe said, "Just because you fail once doesn't mean you're going to fail at everything. Keep trying, hold on, and always, always, always believe in yourself, because if you don't, then who will, sweetie? So keep your head high, keep your chin up, and most importantly, keep smiling, because life's a beautiful thing and there's so much to smile about." She tries to show people that yes, life can be hard, and yes, you will make mistakes, but don't let those mistakes define you as a human. I believe that everything happens for a reason. People change so that you can learn to let go. Things go wrong so that you can appreciate them when they're right. You believe lies so that you eventually learn to trust nobody but yourself, and sometimes good things fall apart so better things can fall together. Written by Owings. Monroe believed every little girl should feel like a princess. She tried her hardest to make sure that she could inspire all young girls to be happy and feel beautiful. No one ever told me I was pretty when I was a little girl. All little girls should be told pretty, even if they aren't. Written by Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn had a rough childhood and wanted to praise girls around the world because she was never praised for being pretty. She wants everyone to be able to enjoy the compliment of being called pretty. Like she says, "We are all of us stars and deserve to twinkle." All girls should be inspired by Marilyn Monroe for her amazing and supportive quotes. Today, I have explained to you why Marilyn Monroe is a great person. She believed in self-worth. Second, she tried to show people that mistakes happen and it's okay. Finally, she inspired girls of all ages to be who they are and to not let anyone put them down. People should love Marilyn Monroe and look up to her for all of her great accomplishments. Monroe has always been an inspiration to all girls around the world. You should now understand why she is so inspirational and an amazing woman. She can truly make any girl feel like they can conquer anything if they just put their minds to it. Marilyn Monroe is an amazing person and should now be your new inspiration. And always keep in mind, nothing lasts forever, so live it up, drink it down, laugh it off, avoid the bullshit, take chances and never have regrets, because at one point, everything you did was exactly what you wanted.